Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you subscribe, you guys. Make sure, because today is Wednesday. We are dropping videos for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You're probably watching this Thursday, whatever. So but make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, because all this week and maybe next week we're dropping videos every single day. So y'all, if you're watching this video, hopefully you watched how I found out I was pregnant video. If not, I'm gonna leave it down below. Make sure you go watch it, okay? Make sure, because this story kind of ties into, you know, that how I found out I was pregnant, of course. So this would be my labor and delivery story. I wish I had like actual footage for you guys. Don't have no footage. This was what, almost 4 years ago, because my daughter's almost 4. So yeah, don't have no footage, but I have this, which we gonna try to remember this step by step, and it's pretty clear and vivid. A little background story. So find out I'm pregnant, you know, me and her dad separated, not really separated, so still legally married, but trying to decide, you know, do I want to stay, work it out. He still ain't trying to do no better. Anyway, so in a nutshell, I want to say I went to the doctor's like September 30th, maybe, I don't remember. So Bailey's original due date, my daughter's original due date, was September 30th, okay, of 2015. And you guys, she was not trying to come. There was no signs of me being dilated, nothing. So the very last doctor's appointment that I had, they took out with the membrane, I forgot, you guys. Not clearly, I ain't gave birth in like a long time, so I forgot. But they ended up taking out the membrane because my nurse was like, well, you know, she ain't trying to come, there is no signs. And I was getting Braxton Hicks, of course, but there was literally no signs of her trying to make her way out into this world. She probably heard all the nonsense that was going on outside of it. It was like, nope, I'm good. Baby girl, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So they took out my membrane or whatever, and so I want to say the next day or maybe later that night. No, because August 1st had already came, and I remember it ended up being a Saturday. Or maybe it was a Friday. Yeah, I don't remember. This was years ago. But I remember that me and her dad were staying with his mother. I had started staying there like, what, around August? So now it's September, and we were staying there together. And of course, he loved the club, okay? He loved the club. That was him, the club, and thoughts were his best friend. No shade, no tea. But anyway, so his birthday is also in October. I believe, I want to say October 22nd, yeah. His birthday is October 22nd, and clean, y'all, place to get him. So I'm trying to give y'all a little backstory to why or whatever. So they have this, like, you know, Libras club bash, like that's how they promote, you know, down there. I don't know if that's what they still do, but back 2015, that's what they would do. They would promote, you know, like, oh, it's Leo season or it's Libra season, and if, you know, you have a birthday, they'll shout you out, maybe put you on a flyer, you know, just depending on whatever. I never participated in that. Clubs were never my thing. But yeah, so fast forward, I was at his mom's house, and I remember, like, y'all, I was like, okay, this has to be a contraction because I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. Like, this is not working. So I want to say we were going from, it was October 1st, and he was at the club. So he at the club. Yep, y'all. I'm pretty sure it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at this point. So he's at the club, and I'm calling him and he ain't answering. And I'm like, bruh, I am in labor, like in labor. Like the contractions were literally like every 5 minutes. Like I can't breathe, y'all. I cannot breathe at this point. This is like a pain I've never ever felt before in my life. Like this is what? Y'all, this is very painful. Mind you, I'm only 20. Yeah, I was 20 when I had her. So I was 19 when I got pregnant, but I was 20 when I had her. So anyway, yeah, the pain was just out of this world. So I'm hitting him up. He not answering. I'm like, where you at? He's like, oh, we leaving da-da-da, whatever the club name at the time was. And I'm like, who is we? But whatever. So y'all, literally an hour goes by. He still ain't answering. Like, he's like, yeah, we had Jack in the Box. We had to stop and get something to eat. I'm literally telling you I'm in labor with your firstborn child. And you stopped to get something to eat. Anyway. So he stops, got something to eat. Literally, I think he ends up showing up like 3:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. I don't remember. But I'm irritated. And I'm like, Josh, I'm in labor. Like, I'm finna have this baby. Like, come on. We need to go to the hospital. So he shows up, y'all. He's drunk. Not like pissy drunk, but he is very intoxicated. And I'm just like, we need to go to the hospital. Like, baby boy, we need to go. We need to go. We need to get this bag. Like, I ain't got time for your foolery right now. I'm not in the mood. Like, we're not doing this right now. So we leave. We go to the hospital. I want to say we get there. It's about 5. So, y'all, I had Bailey on a military base. For people who are familiar with military base, of course, people who live off post are trying to get on post to get to PT. So we had to wait a little bit. No, we ended up going to a different gate that led us straight to the actual hospital I had her at. So that gate was not packed because everybody's trying to get into the main gate or whatever. So we get there, and you know, my parents come, his parents come, and they're telling me that I'm not dilated. Like, I'm literally having contractions back to back to back, but I'm not dilated. So therefore, they need to send me home. I was even more pissed. Not only did I have to sit and wait for him to leave the club to have his baby, but y'all sending me back to the house because I'm not dilated, but I'm having contractions that went from 5 minutes apart to 1 minute apart. Literally, like, they're back to back to back, like non-stop. It was like, at this point, all we could do is give you some pain medication and send you home, and so you can dilate, and then when you dilate, come back. We're at the hospital like 2 hours, go home, and y'all, I'm laboring. Like, it's the most painful thing I've ever done. Like, the nurse practitioner gave me like different moves or whatever, positions to induce labor and everything, and I end up in his mom's bathtub. She had like a garden tub or whatever, and I'm just like laboring. Like, I'm in so much pain. Y'all, I look a mess. My hair is a mess. Like, I'm irritated, and everybody's just like waiting, just waiting. And so in the tub, and I just had this like this shock. Like, I'm like, we need to go to the hospital right now. And it was like, are you sure? We need to go to the hospital right now, like this very moment. Stop playing, like, let's go. So everybody jumps in the car. I jump in the car with her dad. He's driving, and my parents jump in the car. And of course, I had my daughter on a military base. We were staying at his mom's house, which was roughly like 20 minutes. 20 minutes from the military base. So we had to drive. So we're driving from his mom's house to the military base. Why did he miss the exit? I'm in labor. Why did he miss the exit? Like, crying. I'm hitting him. I'm like, you missed the exit? Why you missed the exit? Like, I'm going off. Like, so emotional because I'm in so much pain. I'm like, I'm really about to have this baby in this car. Like, her birth certificate is gonna say Kia Optima. Like, like, yeah. And I'm laughing now because it's really funny. Like, it's really funny to me. But anyway, so I'm like going off. I'm like, you missed the exit. He's like, I'm sorry. So we end up, you know, going through the gate. The guy sees us and sees me, and like clearly I'm about to like pop this baby out in this car, and he's like, you know what, just go. Just go. So we get through the gate, we get to the hospital, and they put me in like a pre-op room, like, you know, and yeah, I'm literally in so much pain. So military hospitals, like, if you had a child or you just you've had to endure military hospitals and all that, like, you understand. I don't even need to go into explanation. I really don't. So they have me in pre-op. They're like, okay, yeah, you're 3 centimeters dilated, you know, we have to go ahead and get you prepped. But here's the kicker. So the hospital that I was originally supposed to give birth at, which I ended up giving birth at, they were moving everything to a new built hospital. So I had my daughter at Fort Hood, and the old Darnell was the old Darnell. Like, they was moving everything to the brand new hospital. Literally, they had to write my wristband on, like write it on, because everything was like ultimately like shut down. Like, everything was being transferred. Crazy part about it, they didn't even truly end up opening that new hospital till like almost 2 years after I had my daughter, but I don't know why. So anyway, so in horrific pain. So they're like, well, we need to transport you and we're looking for a bed. I'm like, what you mean? We're in a hospital. What do you mean you're looking for a bed? So they're like, well, you can't have the baby here. Excuse me, what you mean I can't have the baby here? I'm here. I'm having a baby. I'm here. They're like, no ma'am, we're gonna transport you to either a hospital that was literally in another city. Well, it was only 30 minutes, but still, that's another city. Or a hospital that was 15 minutes in the same city. And I'm like, no, you're not. This is ridiculous. So it took them a minute to find a hospital. I'm in pain. Like, I literally have an IV here. They're trying to put an IV in my other arm just in case they have to do a C-section. And it was just a hot mess because, like, my veins, I always have the worst time being stuck. It's just the absolute worst. So the lady's having a hard time. I'm getting pissed off. I'm in pain. Like, she can't get the other IV. I'm like, I don't need it. Just leave it alone. Like, get off of me. It's a hot mess. So it was a hot mess. It's funny enough, but it was a hot mess. So they finally come back. They're like, okay, we found a bed for you. We have the doctor's name. You know, you're gonna drive yourself. Excuse me, what? You want me to get back in the car? In his car where he likes to miss exits? No. Why I can't get an ambulance? Well, that would just take longer. Yeah, so happy I'm never having another child on a military installation. So anyway, so as soon as they're like about to move me from the pre-op bed to like a wheelchair to take me downstairs, my water breaks. Like, I can feel her pushing her head down and water just everywhere, and I'm like, my water broke. And they were like, no, it probably didn't break, you probably just feel the pressure, blah blah blah. I look down, my water broke. She's like, oh yeah, your water broke. Well, looks like we can't move you. So I end up staying there at, you know, Darnell. So they take me to a labor and delivery room where I'm just laboring. I was finally able to get a what is it called, epidural. I was finally able to get an epidural, like hours later. So I get the epidural, and y'all, for, you know, the first hour it was good. I'm good, like it's all right, you know. First hour was not bad at all. But then literally, I still remember to this day, my right thigh, like from my kneecap up, I could feel everything. And it was only in that one particular thigh. Everywhere else, could not feel nothing. I was fine. But my right thigh, kneecap up, I felt so much pain. And so the anesthesiologist, I think, came in and tried to redo it. It still didn't work. He was like, well, at this point, all I can give you is some, you know, pain medication, because I can't keep going back. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So he gives me pain medication. I fall asleep. Everybody's in the room, just big chilling. Everybody, like his mom, his sisters came, my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, my grandma. I want to say his stepdad was there. I don't remember. But anyway, everybody's in the room, big chilling with me. Well, they really just big chilling with themselves, because I'm asleep. I'm knocked out. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'm asleep the whole entire time. And I literally don't know where my phone is. I ain't seen it since the day before. Like, I don't know where it is. Like, I don't know who got it. Like, I really don't care. Like, I'm a phone. So somehow I end up getting my phone, and I literally have so many messages, like so many messages, being tagged in Facebook posts, and yeah. So what I told this man was that I did not want my daughter on like Facebook until she was a little bit older, a while. Like, I don't need nobody broadcasting I'm in labor. Like, that's just not how I lived my life anyway. Like, I don't need things broadcasted on the internet. Just don't. Sorry if the lighting's changing, like, I don't know, the sun is doing something, but whatever. So I'm like, okay. And my best friend, she was like, so you're in labor, you weren't gonna tell nobody? I was like, who told you? How do you know? She's like, Josh put it on Facebook. I'm like, of course he put it, of course. I ended up putting my phone back down, like, I don't care. I wake up and his mom's like, I really want to be in the room. I'm like, well, ain't nobody gonna be in this room. I'm sorry. I know this is your first grandbaby. You know, like, I feel you. I truly do. But yeah, ain't nobody gonna be in this room watching this. So y'all, everybody can get out. Me, the doctor, and this guy I had the baby with, we gonna be in this room. That's it. So I literally did not want anybody in the room. Like, I still have pictures of everybody standing in the hallway that they sent me afterwards. So it's kind of funny, but whatever. So yeah, everybody was in the hallway, and the nurse comes in, like, she woke me up. She was like, okay, it's time to push. And I was like, what? It's time to do what? She's like, it's time to push. Are you ready? Do you see my face? Do I look ready? No. Like, guys, I didn't say this, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, no, I want to tap out. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to, like, my first time giving birth, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Like, I feel like that's an average reaction for a 20-year-old. Like, that's her first baby. Like, I'm terrified, you know? And I didn't want to watch any birthing videos beforehand. Like, I didn't know. No, that would just make me more scared. I start pushing or whatever. I can't feel anything, of course, because I had an epidural. Like, I don't feel anything. Like, I'm just pushing and I can't feel nothing. So her dad's on one side of me, the nurse on the other, and then I want to say the doctor was, you know, delivering my daughter. And so her dad's like, oh my gosh, she has so much hair. And I'm like, oh my god, really? And the doctor was like, do you want a mirror so you can see? No, I do not. I'm good. I'll take his word. I will take his word for that. And when her whole body comes out, we're good. Okay. So I finally give birth to my daughter. She comes out. I look at her. She looking at me. We just having a stare contest. And her dad's like, she's so beautiful. And I'm just like, she looks like an alien. Like, some people are probably gonna be like, you are so mean. Like, yeah, she looked like an alien. Like, she been in a sack of water for 10 months, because you're really pregnant for 10 months, okay? Not to even like state, my daughter was late. Her due date was September 30th. She was not born until October 4th, okay? Like, she was born in a completely different month. She was, if she had stayed in for 3 more days, literally like October 7th, they were gonna do a C-section. So hold on. Okay, sorry, had to remove some things off the camera because SD card was full. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, okay, well, like, she did have a lot of hair. And I was like, why is she looking at me like that? Like, I was in utter shock. I'm not gonna lie, I was really like in shock. I was like, I can't believe I just had a baby. Like, I can't believe these people are staring at me. Like, I really felt like it was really weird. I don't know, I think it was like a lot emotionally, mentally. It was just a lot at one time. So yeah, I had my daughter. They did not take her to the nursery. They didn't really do nurseries at Darnell or whatever. She stayed in the room with me. I don't think they do nurseries on military bases. The babies stay in the room. So anyway, everybody came in, and it's crazy because he posted a picture of my daughter on Facebook before his parents could even come in the room and actually physically see her, because the way they like to do things, at least when I had my daughter, was they want the parents to have skin to skin before everybody comes in and like visits with the baby. So he literally broadcasted my daughter all over Facebook before anybody who was actually in the hospital could come see her, which that irritated the life out of me, but whatever. What's done is done. So yeah, everybody was like, well, I already saw her, like, he posted her on Facebook, and I was, but whatever. So they come in, they're taking pictures. I fall asleep, so they moved me from labor and delivery to like post-op, whatever, this tiny like room. Like, it was a box. It was a box, like a box. And so of course I fall asleep. I'm out. Like, I just gave birth to a human. Like, I just created like a life. It came out, and there it is, and I need to go to sleep. So my daughter was born exactly at midnight. Exactly at midnight on October 4th. So after that, they moved us, went to sleep, and I wake up and I'm like, was this all a dream? Like, I really just had a whole kid. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I really just had a whole kid. And I was like, no, I'm really not gonna sleep, because I couldn't sleep during the pregnancy. And I'm definitely not gonna get any sleep now. And I'm just like, oh, what did I just get myself into? Like, it was utter shock. Completely, yeah, disorientated my whole spirit. Okay, so I'm looking at her, she looking at me, and I'm just like, this is wild. This is crazy. I just had a kid. Like, I'm 20 years old. I look like a kid, and I just had a kid. Go figure. I would say for first time single moms, not even single moms, but first time moms giving birth it probably will be like a tremendous shock, because what you experience within that moment in that time, you never experienced it before. You can't compare someone else's experience to yours. You can get as many stories as you want, but everybody's story is going to be completely different. And yeah, you're gonna feel different. Like, you're definitely gonna feel different. So I would say just be prepared to not be prepared, okay? This is something you really can't foresee unless you've already had some kids before. But yeah, so you guys, that was pretty much my labor and delivery in a nutshell. Definitely a crazy experience, I would say. But yeah, I love my daughter so much. Like, when I look at her, I don't even see all that nonsense I went through, you know, when I was pregnant with her, or everything I had to endure. It was just like, I just see her, you know? Like, people are like, oh, when I look at you, I see da-da-da. No, when I look at her, I see her. Like, I see Bailey, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I love you so much. So yeah, that was my labor and delivery story. Make sure you thumbs this video up, comment, like, and subscribe. Like I said, you guys, this is pure entertainment. I mean, it was true, but it's pure entertainment. That's why I'm like really lighthearted about it, because it happened so long ago and it's kind of funny to me, but whatever. So you guys stay blessed, stay encouraged, stay in the word, and make sure you are subscribed, because y'all, we got some more videos for the rest of this week, and maybe next week. We'll see how these videos go. Okay, all right, bye.